Hello YouTube, this is Chris from Commercial Services. Tonight's video, October 13th, 2024. It is 9:32 p.m. It is going to be about the moon. I've made tons of videos like this in the past, different cameras, different zoom capabilities, different qualities, all with the same result. And that is being able to see the moon in that much detail and that clear and see all the crevices and the craters and so on and so forth, so perfectly precise that it looks like a ball hanging in the sky, because it is. You could clearly also see it self-illuminating. That is not a reflective surface, that is self-illuminating, just as the Bible says that it is. The camera that I'm using is a Panasonic. Let me see if I can keep it in view because I'm not on a tripod. I'm leaning up against a trash can. I'm sorry. There we go, back in view. It's a Panasonic HC-V180. It's a 90... a 90 times iZoom, or what I use is a 500 digital zoom. Now there's no way, if the moon is where NASA says it is, thousands of miles away from the Earth, that I would be able to zoom in with a 500 zoom, or any camera for that matter, all the way through Earth's up to Earth's sky, through Earth's atmosphere, and go thousands of miles away from Earth to perfectly see the moon as if it's right here in the sky. Most of the time, I can't even get this good of even with this camera, I cannot get this good a quality trying to zoom in on an airplane that's much lower to the ground. And no argument that it's flying here in Earth's sky. So, you know, that doesn't make any sense to me. How I can take this camera, the same exact camera, and try to zoom in on a plane or another object somewhere that is should be even closer than an airplane, and I can't get it zoomed in that close. One of these days I'm going to go in an area where I'm not near my mother-in-law's house, which we're currently still at. We should be leaving pretty soon. She's got her PICC line took out the other day, where she was using to get her medicine. We were giving her medicine. She's up mobile now with her boot, medical boot, but she's still up and mobile. And taking care of herself, so we should be going home, hopefully, God willing, next week. And then I got to get working on our van and stop and get it drivable, which I've talked about in my other videos. But I'm thankful. I thank God every day for a lot of things, but one is that He woke me up to the truth of the biblical flat Earth, and I was able to start researching it in about 2017, when there was tons of channels like mine showing this stuff, speaking about it, showing it biblically, where it talks about the biblical flat Earth without saying it's a biblical flat Earth. The same thing with, you know, it says Jesus is God, not God. He's the Son of God, and you know, He says it, God says it, the disciples say it. They clearly say Jesus is not God. He's the Son of God. You know, but look at that. And I've got so many videos I got to get recorded, but I've got 3 of them. One's from October 11th of this year, and another one from tonight. And then I think I've got a 3rd one in between those 2 that I've recorded with this camera, and that I've got to kind of edit because we're still at my mother-in-law's, and some of the stuff I recorded would show my mother-in-law's location, and I don't want that for her safety, because I know there's people out there that like to threaten me and my family, and cause us harm, and call us all kinds of names, and they're gonna R-word my wife, and they're gonna off us, and they're gonna this, they're gonna that, they're gonna pee on my mom's grave, and just so on and so forth, just because of the biblical flat earth. And then not counting my political views, but what's that tell you when you got people that get so angry defending something they cannot reproduce, and they're going off by what a government agency tells them, when they say they don't trust a government agency, but they still trust NASA.gov, or even worse, they say NASA works for the devil, like my cousin does, and that they're demonic, and they're going against the Bible, but then turn right around in the same breath and say that NASA's model is correct, and they didn't know cosmology in the Bible, when he's a Bible-believing Christian, and the Bible says that the Bible is the very breath of God. It's ordained by God, and it's meant for teaching, rebuking, and training in righteousness. So, it's just all kind of lunacy, and just like doesn't make any sense whatsoever, other than they're so brainwashed by the lies of the devil that they're seeing part truths, or they don't see the truth at all in anything. But yeah, look at that, guys. That's 500 times zoom. That's 300 or 86 times zoom. Still can see everything pretty good. That's 37 times zoom. 36. Can still see everything pretty good. 12 times zoom, not so much. But you're telling me you want me to believe on NASA's fake double eyeball model that I could take a camera, 500 times zoom, couple $100 camera, and zoom in as high as the sky, through Earth's atmosphere, through the Van Allen belts, and get no disturbing factors from all the signals and stuff, and the radiation and all that from the Van Allen belt that NASA says is there, which is, it's not the Van Allen belt, it's the dome. But anyway, that's how they tell the truth and the lies. You want me to believe that all that, and then I go through thousands of miles, a few hundred thousands of miles through space, and I could see the moon that good with a 500 times zoom camera. That is absolutely absurd. Not counting all the other videos that I've shown with the moon, with clouds behind it or around it. Same thing with the sun, which I've seen both. I've never got them recorded. I think I've gotten the moon recorded with clouds behind it, and people say, "Oh, it's an optical illusion." When I see it with my own eyes, it's clearly behind it, wrapped around it like a blanket. And the same thing with the sun. I had never been able to get them recorded with the sun because I don't have proper filters for my camera. But I've done videos of, like, say, Jeep Wrangler and so on and so forth, where they make commercials, or people that have no channel about conspiracies or flat earth or biblical flat earth or Bible videos or anything, just videos of animals. I posted one in my community section along with a screenshot of a comment that I left on it. Where he just amazing sunset, and he's recording it, and it clearly shows the clouds wrapped around the sun, and he's using a pretty good, looks like an expensive camera with good filter and lens and stuff on it. That's not possible on NASA's model. So what does he have to gain? What is he trying to cheat and lie about? Filming that and putting that on his channel is just an amazing sunset, when none of his channels about conspiracies and cover-ups and political and biblical or anything. It's just about animals, which I posted the link to the video, I believe, just under the screenshot. I think is, without looking at it right at the moment, I believe it was just under the screenshot of the comment I left on the video. Go watch the video for yourself, and you'll see. And then go to his channel, and you'll see. And all of his videos are all nothing about. They're just all about animals. It appears to be his animals on it. It looks like a farm, maybe. from just scrolling through his channel real quick. But yeah, I mean, come on, guys, wake up. You know, and then a few people I've said this to, and the different videos that I've made and pictures, like the screenshot and the video that I'm talking about right now, this other guy's channel, where I've had family members tell me I'm so stupid. Why the F am I so stupid, dude? And and then I'm like, yeah, I feel the same about you sometimes. And they, whatever, bro. And or they, like my cousin, I talked to him last night, and he hasn't even looked at the messages on Facebook Messenger where I sent it to him, and he's like, well, you got your beliefs and I got mine. This is the same one that's supposed to be a Bible believer, a Bible believing Christian, that also says that they didn't know cosmology when God would have known cosmology. He knew how he created it. He knows how he created it, and it's not NASA's model. But yeah, anyway, I mean, look at that detail. And you want me to believe NASA's model, and that I can record the moon where NASA says that it is with this camera? That is absurd. And you call me crazy for believing in a biblical flat earth. There's also another video I got coming up where Neil deGrasse Tyson has supposedly a real smart lady that works for NASA. I think she works for NASA anyway, has her on his channel, and she's talking about gravity isn't real, and then they make her change what she says real quick. They divert her to something else, and she starts talking about embroidery and different things that makes no absolute sense about gravity. And then I've got another video where he talks about the sun and Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's just, more proof, that they're lying. Like I've talked about the heat, you sit there and say that the light from the sun and the heat from the sun goes through all those thousands of miles, billions, with the sun of dark space, and doesn't light up anything until it hits Earth. I don't want to hear Earth's atmosphere. That's just stupid. That's not how light works. And neither does heat. Like, heat's going to magically go through, just like the magic light go through the coldness of space, so-called fake space, and then all of a sudden get heat when on Earth. And then you got the light of the moon, same thing. You want me to believe that it goes through all them thousands of miles of space, and both, not just the moon, but the sun, look like perfect balls in the sky with clouds wrapped around them on certain nights, and so on and so forth. You want me to believe that? That is just ludicrous. And insane, like 100% insane to believe that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here because we're already looking at how many minutes now? 13 minutes. But yeah, I got a lot of videos in the pipeline. I got 2 or 3 made already that I got to get edited and get up. One of them is some stars where you can clearly see that they got a center physical object inside, and then it's got the light around it. That if they're not stars, they're UFOs, but I think that they're stars. And they got, I've seen tons of people do it where, with really good cameras, and it looks like looking through a swimming pool, with the way the lights look when they twinkle through the swimming pool in the summertime or in the daylight. That's what it reminds me of. So anyway, keep an eye out for those videos. But come on, I mean, think about this, guy. I mean, logically, scientifically, mathematically, just think about it. Like, how stupid is it to think that I can use this camera, 500 times digital zoom, and go through all of what I said and visibly see the moon this good? See all the markings on the moon, all the crevices, all the crater marks that they call crater marks. Excuse me. And so on. And like I said, Excuse me. Another reason I'm not making a whole lot of videos right now. All the coughing. It's either the spraying of the chemtrails or I'm coming down with a cold or both. Anyway. So, I mean, you know. Oh, and if I don't get a video up before I get off here, I'm going to try to. As a Christian, don't celebrate Halloween. It's a very demonic holiday. It used to be my second favorite holiday. First was Christmas, which I've got a video about that, how it's a pagan holiday for the winter solstice. And I haven't got my Halloween one up yet. I was going to get it up last year, and I didn't get it up. I'm going to try to get it up this year, but long story short, it's All Hallows Eve. It's a celebration of Samhain, which is a Celtic pagan god, one of their many pagan gods. Yeah, I'll explain more in the video if I get it made, but just research, you know, Halloween, pagan, or, you know, or should Christians celebrate Halloween? And, you know, I'll try to get my video up, but if you just look that up on YouTube, there's tons of videos of people talking about it. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here because we're already at 16 minutes. But I mean, this is just more proof we live on a biblical flat earth. The moon, sun, and stars are local, smaller and local, where God says He put them in the Bible. And the moon produces its own light. I mean, that's clear, the moon produces its own light. If not, then why doesn't the shadow, the dark part of the moon, and the sun rotate with the sun when it's what they call going down, but biblical flat earthers say going out of our sight? Why doesn't it switch sides? When the sun is on the other side of their fake globe, then the dark part of the moon would be on, like right now, would be on the right side and not on the left side. It just doesn't make any sense on their model. And you can't say, oh, well, it's only because part of the moon is reflective. Then why is the full moon a thing? You get what I'm saying? Like, even right now, it's what, 3/4 of a moon? It looks like. So, you know, there's a lot of wiggle room there for the light to change to the other side, which I've seen on a daytime moon, and I'm still trying to catch it. I'm going out every single day and every single night looking and see if I can catch it and get on recordings. I'm told it's impossible. It can never work on NASA's model and this and that. By a lot of people that used to or still do follow my channel to be trolls, or they are trolls, government shields. They're not really trying to find the truth. But I've seen where the dark part of the moon was on the right side of the moon, and the light part of the moon was on the left side, and the sun itself was on the right side of the moon. That would not work on NASA's model if the moon is just reflecting the sun and not giving its own light. So hopefully, God willing, soon I catch that and I get it up for you guys. I've only seen it a handful of times, and when I have seen it, I haven't had a camera with me to be able to record it. I've had my cell phone, but it didn't pick it up. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here because we're now at 18 minutes, and I want to be able to upload this tonight if I can. So anyway, use all the links about me section. Rate, comment, subscribe. Much love. God bless, and I will see you on the next one.